Hi community of awesome, I'm Ava J and this is Bookish Pixie. So once you figured out you want to write a book and what it's going to be about, sometimes figuring out what point of view characters you should use isn't as straightforward as you would think. Choosing point of view characters can sometimes be confusing and hard to do, so today I'm going to share some tips. I've mentioned this in my multi-point of view vlog, which I'll link to below, but the first key to remember is to tell your story in as few point of views as you need to tell the story. Why? Because head hopping is really jarring to readers. The more point of views you use to tell your story, the more disjointed you risk it might feel, and the more difficult it'll be for your readers to get used to each perspective. This is generally why I advise against using a perspective only once or twice in the story. When that happens, it usually means you don't actually need that perspective because you only needed it once or twice. And it's also more difficult for readers because they weren't expecting that perspective and then they don't see it again. Instead, when you're choosing point of view characters, you want to take a good look at your cast of characters. When you're looking at your characters, think about who has the most at stake and who is the most physically and emotionally invested in what's happening in the plot. The characters who tell your story should be those characters. Secondly, you want to be sure that the characters you choose are the characters that you are the most invested in. Remember, whatever characters you pick, you will be working with for several hundred pages. And not only working with them, you'll be delving into their perspectives and thinking about how their past and present and future all intertwines. You'll be thinking about their fears and their dreams and how they view the world and what they're thinking and what they're feeling as certain things happen to them. You will, for all intents and purposes, be them when you're writing. So whatever characters you choose, make sure they're characters that you're interested enough to stick with for the whole book. Ultimately, the point of view characters that you choose are up to you. Just make sure that the character or characters that you choose are the ones that you need to tell the story. So that's what I got for today. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to subscribe and comment, and I'll see you guys next week.